Hello, people. This is Billy Michael Thceascz, and you're watching the Bookman Show, sponsored to you by the Rose Petal Game. And I want to speak about the Space War. A lot of people has been asking me what's going on with the Space War of 1919. A lot of TV do a lot of voiceovers. TV do video overs, and they change things up. But in reality, Ronald Reagan was the president in 1919, and there was a big space war. People that were called terrorists came down to the land and fought us. And of course, they came from space. We went up to space as superheroes to fight the supers of out there. They have laws. They became Jews, and they began to become those of the Holocaust. And then they were reborn in the Middle East as the Arabs. But the only reason why we let them live and let them have what they have is because, of course, what I talked about with Kevin and Bruce Moore about there is no hellfire. And also we are inside of the Mothership, as I said before. And the Mothership is taking us to the first world of Titan, where the Aqua system is, which is the first system, which holds many planets, which holds many phone maps from universes and galaxies. And those of the Mothership came down here to test us to see how we were. And of course, as our repentance came the World Trade Center and the Twin Towers, and for our repentance for the space shuttle of the Mothership came Obama, the president, Barack Obama, and the terrorist leeway. Although things are still transpiring because of the space war, people must understand the space war was only used to test us from those of the Mothership. For this format is a brand new format. Earth and everything mostly here is brand new, except for the chosen ones like myself and many, many others. We all are messengers. We all give messages, whether they are bad messages or good messages. But we must realize entertainment is different from lies. Lies are snitches. The snitches can snitch to each other to hurt someone else. The terrorists did not actually do that. They was only testing us to see how strong we were. And they will determine our judgment for that. Of course, we all know Judgment Day is good. It's a beautiful thing. But the day of reckoning is bad. Although they might not have a hellfire, but they sure can give us pain and torture. Not necessarily punishment and torment, which is 20 million times worse. But we should give all praises to those of the Mothership. For my other impersonation that is part of my lifetime is Captain Kevin Bruce Moore with his mother, Captain Kathy Black Mamba. And they hold the first and second Mothership. Although we were not in the first and second Mothership. We were in basically the 72nd Mothership out of all the Motherships that has been made since Captain Kevin Bruce Moore was hibernating and was waking up by Mother Captain Kathy Black Mamba. And they built the Motherships. And they keep building Motherships of circumferences and squares and rectangles and triangles and diamondbacks. They do all type of things in learning how to keep the four worlds of Titan, Compass, Land, and Child, and the many existences that they hold, which holds columns and then planets for galaxies, universes, and formats. Of course, each system holds a certain amount of planets. We were in the solar system, and now we will be going to the Aqua system. We are almost there to the first system of Titan, the Aqua system. And that ends our forte for today. And I will start off an impersonation of Captain Kevin Bruce Moore. Hello, I am Captain Kevin Bruce Moore, and I am the one who holds the second Mothership. Mothership number 1 in first wind, west, and forth. We will begin. giving a better type of world of the four worlds to the Lord of the worlds, Allah, to the Empress of the worlds, Takbir, to the God of the worlds, Hu, to the Great One of the worlds, Akbar, and not to mention Adam's family of the worlds, and Cain of the worlds, and Abel of the worlds, and Seth of the worlds. And soon we will have the opening of Land and Child, which will inhabit us to two more flying risers like God and Adam. And of course, God had went off with Adam to become Eve in the waters and the oceans made out of clay and water, and then came on land as the fragile human beings or shade beings or any formula of people. So with that reference from force, I am signing off from the Bookman Show, sponsored to you by the Rose Petal Game, starring Billy Michaels, Thceascz, best friends and I am Captain Kevin Bruce Moore. Yes, that was Captain Kevin Bruce Moore. He gave a big hangout shout out and the hangouts to that, in which was very, very, very curious about the Spacewar of 1919. Of course, that is why we are in the best of modes and the best of abilities, because this is a beginning world from Israel to Earth and all in between them, to make format into a universe. And then instead of this becoming a universe, just became a key because of the Earth moon and the Pluto moon. The Pluto moon holds waters and the Earth moon is flying abilities. So now we have for the first time the flying abilities from the Earth. So we must truly realize our great victorious ways and give a pardon to the terrorists, so they will realize with their amnesia that they basically come from the mothership as hard workers to take us to Aqua. So no matter what happens, no matter what we do, bad or good, we all will be given judgment day without the day of reckoning. For there is no hellfire for this format, as Captain Kevin Bruce Moore has stated. Although after this period, then hellfire will be permissible for the youthful ones here. So y'all must be careful once y'all reach the paramox for the angelites, the paradise for the humans, the plexida for the serpent caterers, the seeds of Islam. Of course, us humans are the fruit of Islam. And of course, the many other supreme creatures and supreme species from the figures. Of course, creatures come from figures and figures come from creatures, although species are under figures and creatures. And that's what we are, supreme species. So, this is Billy Michael Thceascz with the impersonation of Captain Kevin Bruce Moore, speaking about the space war of 1919 and the terrorists and the Holocaust. So be mindful that you must love one another and recognize and realize the truth and the reality about things without pushing lies within it. Always know things to be humorous and entertaining, no matter who dies, no matter who lives, only to reach paradise for all humans. And we will soon be there. So I will have to sign off from the moon Earth to become the planet Earth, our first planet Earth, here on the format Earth, in which this format comes from, the moon Earth. And it will go back to it as well. So now I will have to say, cool out from the Bookman Show, sponsored to you by the Rose Petal Game.